Redneck Nation Roberts, what the hell did you just have me to watch? Okay, this review is gonna be an awkward one, and it's gonna be a weird one. Hello everyone, Dragon Souls here, and welcome to my review of a weird ass movie called Doctor Sleep. Now I see why they call it Doctor Sleep for. This movie is in between a good movie and put you to sleep. That's why it's called Doctor Sleep, because it'll put you there. uh, now, if you have seen this movie called, I don't even know what the hell that movie is called, but I think it starts off with a little boy. His name is Danny, who had a little toy, looked like a toy ride. You know, you can see him ride it, you know, down the hallways and stuff. And his mom and dad took him to a hotel. And it's supposed to be having like real people working there, but then found out later on that at the end on the movie that all the people are dead and they're all ghosts, and they go up and take over his dad's body, and him and his dad, Danny and his dad, is in there in a swimming pool, swimming, you know, and then he tries to, they take over his body to where he goes off and tries to drown his own son, and then realize what he's doing, and he lets go, and then his son gets out of there, and there's this black guy who goes over and checks on him every now and then, you know. And all of a sudden, he goes off and talks to him and this and that, you know, and he sees what's going on. He sees something weird, you know, going on with Danny's dad, and then all of a sudden on the movie, they actually take over his dad and possess him to do things that he never would do, you know. And all of a sudden, he would take an axe and go and chase his wife down, try to kill her, and she would lock herself in a bathroom, and he would take the axe and he would go like this here and go like this here and bust it and crack the door open about this wide, you know, and then he would go up and say, "Here's Johnny." Well, that movie, he at the end of it, at the end of that movie, he goes off this guy goes off and comes in there that I was telling you about a few minutes ago. He goes off and he comes in there and checks on him to make sure everything's okay, you know. He knew there was something awkward going on around there, you know. And all of a sudden, the guy, Danny's dad, takes the axe and swings it and hits the guy right in the stomach and kills him. And then all of a sudden he goes after his son, try to kill his son next. And the thing is, his son is very clever, and he knows what's going on, and you know, and so he goes off and he goes into this maze. And then he tricks his dad into thinking that he's somewhere in the maze and he can't get out. And you know, so he tries to look for him with he's holding the axe, you know, coming after his son, you know. And his son gets out of there, you know, and escapes with his mom. Him and his mom escapes, but he gets stuck in the maze and he couldn't get out. And then he freezes to death and dies in the maze. And that's the end of that movie there. This movie, Doctor Sleep. When I first watched it, it's like 2 hours and 22 2 hours and 30, no, excuse me, 2 hours and 32 minutes. There we go. It starts off the same way that it does when that little boy Danny is riding his bike, and he stops in the middle of the highway, middle of the hallway, and he sees two little girls standing in the hallway, and they talk to him and stuff. That's basically what happens here. Only he stops and he turns around. He looks at the numbers on there, and then all of a sudden, he's apparently. Him and his mom is living in a different house, and he sees dead people, and he does all this, and he grows up to be a grown man, and then this little girl, these people looks you can call them it looks like they are aliens, okay, because they're alive people, and they're alive people going around killing kids and other people, and doing all kinds of magic and shit to them, and it's really disgusting, and a weird ass movie. Let's put it that way, and. Middle of it, a little girl goes off and communicates with this Danny guy that was on that old movie where I was just talking about, and the movie is very, very boring. Okay, and it don't get good and it don't get entertaining until at the end of it. I watched the whole thing. It looks like it has a guy named Danny Depp in there. It looks like him, or where I swear I've seen this guy somewhere before. He's a good actor. He's a damn good actor on this movie. I don't know what the guy's real name is, but. He looked like, in the way he looked like Johnny Depp. He plays as a bad guy on here, and they get all kinds of people teaming up. They and this her I think it's her dad passes away, and all of a sudden, the way he passes away is kind of crazy, and then she's like, "Wait a minute here. I thought us killing innocent people was actually making us live longer, And she said, "Who told you that? I never said that." And she said she said this and said that to her, And then all of a sudden, that's when her dad passed away, and his body was like. I don't know. It's like it was the guy. It looked like he was an alien, turning into going and dying, and then all of a sudden his body just push and into dust, And then when it does, they start sniffing. Had all people all around him, sniffing up him, trying to. So it looked like they're trying to suck his soul into their bodies, And they had and their every time they do, their eyes start glowing like they're aliens and shit like that. I'm like, this movie is fucking weird. And I've never seen a movie like this before. And the movie where a guy says, "Here's Johnny," it's a sequel. This movie, but Doctor Sleep is a sequel to that movie. Only that movie was not as weird as this movie here is. And they go around, they go up, and they they get them people to go up and they track them down and use that little girl as bait, you know, and she goes along with it, you know, so they can get them. They shoot them, and one shot makes them look like a zombie, or aliens, and then they vaporized, you know, they're gone, you know, like it's like Cell, okay, it's like Cell. This movie is like Dragon Ball. They where Cell goes off and sucks their soul, suck them up, you know, and to absorb their bodies. This is kind of like what this movie here is. It's kind of like it's kind of mixed in with Dragon Ball, because the girl and Danny can sit here and communicate by sitting here not moving their lips, but sitting here communicating by thought. And I was like, wait a minute here. When I first heard that, I was like, what the fuck is this? Is this Dragon Ball? I was like, this is way beyond weird now. And all of a sudden, they got him. They shot him all. And his friend was going next to that girl that they got, you know, because they was going around killing people. So they was trying to lure him out to get rid of him, you know. And then all of a sudden, he sit there and told him, he said, don't go near him, don't go near her, because she has the power to hypnotize people into doing something they don't want to do. And he apparently got too close to her, and she's like, kill yourself. And he's like, don't do it. And he took the gun, and he went out, he took the shotgun and went off and killed himself right there. And I was like, oh shit. And then all of a sudden, little girl disappears because she wasn't there from the beginning. She was actually using her powers to, she was actually home with her dad. And the guy that I think, I guess I call him Johnny Depp's, that plays on this, a bad guy, goes off and kills her dad, and she don't know anything about it. And then he goes off and takes a needle and pokes it into her neck and knocks her out. And then takes her into the truck or van, whatever, and takes her and puts her in the seat, puts a seatbelt on her so they can take her to where the girl is, so they can I think make her one of them, or kill her, you know. And he helps her. He winds up helping her out, you know, all this stuff, you know. But I'm gonna get to the end of it because, quite frankly, they kill him. They kill the guy that killed her dad. So in a way, she got revenge on him for killing her dad. You know, an innocent guy. You know. So they tried to. She said, well. She asked him where's he taking her, and he said, well, he said, first of all, I want to apologize for what happened to your dad. And she said, well, I want to apologize for what happened to your best friend. And so she said, so where are we going? And he said, well, we can't take her on by herself because she's way too powerful for us. We're gonna have to take her. We're going to go to a certain place, and where they go to is where his mom and dad was, where his dad got killed, where tried to kill him and his mom. They go into that hotel, and that hotel is all run down and everything. You know, nobody's living there. It's an abandoned place, and so they lure her there, and they have all of them ghosts that's living there to kill her. When they kill her and finally get rid of her, they take over his body, and then all of a sudden he has an accident with him. And he's trying. And I swear to God, before I go any further with this, This guy named Danny on this movie, he, if you look at him when he's staring there with that little girl, uh, uh, trying to fight with that woman that's been as a killer. If you look at him and get a good look at him, and Redneck Nation Robbers, I think you get the idea of what I'm talking about. This guy looks like her dad. I swear to God, he looks like a spitting image of her dad. And I got to sit and think, and it just looking at him, I was like, and the guy a close look at him, I was like, oh my God, don't tell, oh my God, that looks like the Redneck Nation's Roberts' dad. Oh my God, I can't believe this. So all of a sudden, after they kill her, the ghost kills her. Then they go off and they go out and they take control of his body, chase her and make him chase her down. And then she's like, "No, I'm not running. I know Danny's in there somewhere. I know he's in there." And then she's like, "So be it." And he goes off and takes an axe and tries to hit her. He comes this close to hitting her with the axe into the head. And then he's like, he takes control of his body, but he tells her, "Get out of here, run." And he said, "Get out," and he tells her to get out of the building. So she does. She listens to what he says. He gets out. She gets out of the building. He sets the whole apartment on fire. And when he does, he kills himself. And she's like, Uncle Danny, get out of there. And it was already too late. She was talking to him about telepathically, you know, and like Dragon Ball Z, you know, and it was already too late. He's already died because he couldn't control. They was already taken over his body. He couldn't control it. So he had to kill it. He had to burn himself alive in that building. And she made it. Her mom. She went back home to her mom, and she told her, and she was talking to her mom, letting her know that she was talking to Danny, and that Danny and her dad is doing great. You know, they're doing just fine. You know, and all that good stuff. Overall, the movie I will never watch again. I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. And I give it only 3 stars. I'm giving it only 3 stars, and I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. I will never watch this movie again. The only time it gets any good is at the end of the movie. It gets good at the end of the movie, and that's it. Rest of the movie sucked ass. And I want to give a huge shout out to the Redneck Nation Robbers for giving me this free movie. I'm glad it's only I think it's like a discount of $8 for the movie, and she just saved me $8 because I'll never rent this. I'll never rent, and I'll sure in hell won't buy it. This movie's not worth it. But I will say this: the woman that plays as a bad guy and killing on the innocent people. Hubba. I wish they wouldn't make a hot women like this villains or bad guys. That fucking pisses me off. Cause I wouldn't mind giving it to her. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my review for tonight, everyone. Thank you all for watching this review, and thank you, Redneck Nation Robbers, for Bothell Kelly donating this movie to me. I really appreciate that. You know, I mean, 2 hours and 32 minutes. It was okay. I mean, I didn't have nothing better else to do, you know, but it was an okay movie. I mean, I can't complain. But I'm going to be watching another movie this Thursday night, which is Thanksgiving. And when I do, I don't know what movie it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Tremors. If y'all know a Tremors movie, if you've seen the movie Tremors before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a new one. It's out on DVD right now. It's I think like $5 something like that. I'm gonna rent it this Thursday. Or I'm gonna try to rent Bill and Ted, the new Bill and Ted that's out. I don't. Last time I checked, it was like $20. If it's like $5 or something like that to rent, I'm gonna rent that on this Thanksgiving, and then I'll watch one of these movies, whichever movie I can get. I'll watch, and then I'll sit here and do my review of it for Thanksgiving night. So be expecting that. So yeah, again, I want to personally say thank you all for watching, and thank you Redneck Nation Robbers for this movie. I really enjoyed it. It was okay, but it's only good to watch it once, not multiple times. Trust me. I got better movies in there than that. And sorry, Redneck Nation Robbers. I do apologize, girl, but the movie sucked. It wasn't that good, but it kept me entertained. That's all that matters. Be safe, wash those hands, stay healthy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a wonderful and safe night, everyone. Dragon Souls, signing out.